All right, what's up, everybody? Cowboy Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. EST, and we are live and cracking. I hope everybody's having a good morning. Go ahead, put your request for charts in the YouTube or X commentary. I believe you can comment on X, include Rumble as well. If y'all want to see a chart, ask for it. And I'm gonna jump right into the chart. So let's share the screen here. Here we go. So markets are pretty muted, pretty quiet today. Now, there are no economic data coming out today. There are no ISNO, however you like to do that. That's one thing about the word data that I discovered later. That's actually plural. Data is a plural word. So there are data, but we use in the US, we say there is data. So that's a little confusing. I try to speak properly. I'm sure I do not always speak properly. It is what it is. So, grammar Nazis, bear me the hate. Bitcoin is, like the rest of the market, very quiet. There is no economic data today. So, as per Forex market, so there's no GDP or anything like that coming out. So there's not really any kind of artificial shock, or not artificial, but let's just say external shocks coming, right, that we know of. Now, they can come. It could be some kind of other news that comes or whatever it might be, but there's nothing we know of. So in this case, what I'm looking at with Bitcoin is a bit of a downward trend. There's a very clear downward trend, and this is something that's just pure price action. We're not looking at algos, anything like that. We just see price right now making lower lows and lower highs. So technically, it's in a downward trend, and it may continue down. However, and a good place for it to go down would be just down to this area right here. Now, it may not make it down to this 53,000 area, but again, this is a bit of review for those of you who've been watching this, so I'm not saying anything terribly new. As of right now, though, it is kind of at an important point because algo-wise, it could go either way. I know short-term, it does want to head down from here, just as I drew short-term. But, high time frame, Bitcoin is, really high time frame. Bitcoin is almost always bullish. So at some point, that should catch up. And of course, we are dealing with the pre-halving, or I should say the post-halving, doldrums, right? Usually you see a pullback just before the halving and then kind of just after the halving sideways to downward action. And that often goes, okay, here we go. Give me 1 second. I just got something I need to share with people. Today's tune in today. I'm going to put a link actually in the commentary. We got Via the Gorilla in the house. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. Namaste.
Hello, Via, are you here?
I am here. You are there?
I'm good. I'm everywhere. What are you talking?
Oh, very good, my friend. You are omnipresent, omniscient, and everything. Like you are great.
Omnicognizant. What do you want?
You are omnicognizant and you are epic.
Yes, I make up words. It's great.
That's right. I'm very omni.
Omni. I put a link right now in the commentary, and this link I'm going to also throw in the description of the video, and this is for a spaces that I'll be involved in. V, you're welcome to come. I know you got a lot going on, but this is with our boy March. He's going to do Blackbox Capital. He's going to do Twitter spaces. So if you happen to be free during that time, which I would be surprised if you were, we're going to go
what time?
there. We're gonna, let me see, 1 o'clock, 1 PM EST.
I don't know. Today's a crazy day.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Just letting you know. In fact, he didn't even tell me you could come, but I'm gonna see if you want.
Hey man, he's not inviting me.
Well, welcome to Crash the Party, my friend. But yeah, I put the link there. Like I said, I'll put it in the description. Let me see if I can even do that right. All right, and now, let me see if I can do that right now.
Wait, now.
All right, and now.
All right,
join us today on Spaces. Just say join me because I don't know if the gorilla is going to make it with Blackbox Capital.
I'm watching my own company. It's called Blackbox Capital.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. So now that link is in the description. And why? Okay, this is on YouTube where the link is in the description, so I'll have to change it over on on Rumble as well. But yeah, we're just looking at Bitcoin, and right now it does seem as if price is going to continue down for the short term, but the high time frame, everything's bullish. It almost always is super high time frame. So the lowest I would expect price to go is down to grab liquidity anywhere between these two yellow lines right here. So say between 50 and 53,000. That's just a likely place. It might not make it that far. It might simply not do that. It might be is that you have, like I said, high time frame bullishness. You got this low right here sitting at about 56,000. And then, of course, you have all kinds of reasons on the way down to there where price may simply turn around and go bullish, right? So I'm not totally predicting a move down this way. I'm just watching the charts, watching the algos, and I can tell you the algos are relatively flat right now. Like the market is pretty flat. All markets, at least Forex and crypto, are very quiet. So when you see a quiet market, generally price isn't going to do a whole lot of movement. And if you have high time frame bullishness, and then you have kind of this short term, like market's not going to do much scenario, then that generally means that it will probably eventually go up from here, right? Like the bearishness will run out because the bearishness was weak, and then you can kind of move up from there. So that is what that is, and we'll see how that rolls, right? So yeah, let's see. V, do you have let me look and see if the audience asked for anything. No request from the audience. V, do you have a chart you want to see before we move over to the private?
No, I don't. No.
No. All right. Well, let's take a look at Ethereum. I'm sure people want to see Ethereum, and then we'll analyze that chart, move over to the private. Now, Ethereum has, as far as I can see, even less volatility than Bitcoin, right? This whole market flattening out scenario seems to have made its way into this this sort of range for Ethereum that has been between 2,900 or so and about, say, 3,300, roughly in there. And so I would expect price to kind of bounce around in there and not do much until it bounces out. Short term, at least on the daily, price does want to head down. But if we take a look at the weekly, it also wants to head down. So I would, if I were really just to make a call out here, I'd say Ethereum's probably going to slowly make its way back down to about 2,900-ish. And then perhaps it'll bounce up. It just really depends on what the rest of the market is. But I wouldn't expect this move to happen very quickly. So, this right now is like scalp territory. And scalping crypto is tricky. Look, if you can, like, going long scalping crypto is okay if you're using spot and you just kind of have like a pretty large bag, you can take advantage of that because, if you're scalping short, you need leverage. And especially with Bitcoin, to scalp with leverage is costly. To enter a sizable position is going to cost you a fair amount of fees. Like you can pay $60 in fees just for entering and exiting a whole Bitcoin position on some of these exchanges. So you got to make sure. And a scalp, you, I mean, you got to be right if you're gonna be because you're only gonna make like 100, 200, 300 on something like that. So you really got to be right if you're gonna pay those kind of fees. These quiet market days, what they're really good for is just upping your game. Right. So tell everybody at Algo Factory, I mean, everybody in everybody listening, what we do at Algo Factory, how to find us. And then I would recommend on a day like this is like a study day. And then we'll go over to private.
We do something that nobody else in the world does. We not only teach you how to trade, but we teach you how to build the very algorithms that trade on your behalf 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And on top of that, we're the only place where you get the geostrategic and the geoeconomic outlook. So you know what's coming down to the market before it happens. Before it happens. We have an amazing system in place. So listen, you need to be joining us, the most prolific trading group online, for less than the price of a bottle of water, $1.66 per day. You could join us at Algo Factory. Cowboy.
Join us or die.
I was a little late on getting that, dude. We're still live. I'm lagging today.
You're lagging because you don't have coffee enema. That's right.
All right, here we go.